This message is for the part of you that knows you've been putting off what your soul really needs, even though you think you still have time, my child. If you clicked on this video, don't treat it like any other one. Stay still, pay close attention, and allow every word reach the place where you keep hiding behind excuses, guilt, and being busy. I am going to face the pattern you keep calling later tonight, and I'll explain why something that seems small is taking away something vital from you. Don't move forward. Don't let anything get in the way of this. What starts out as a belief will become a choice, so keep watching until the finish. And what looks like a warning could be the exact moment your heart comes back. I know precisely what you were thinking as today started to slip away from you, my little one. You could feel it in that silent part of you before you could even put it into words. You felt something in you sink as you looked at the clock and maybe the screen and saw how late it was, as you already knew what had happened. You wanted to see me sooner. You planned to give me your attention, your silence, your prayer, and your heart, even if it was just for a little while. This morning, or maybe at some other time during the day, you promised yourself that you would not let another day go by without making room for me. And yet here you are again, feeling like life has taken over, that the hours have flown, and that you have once again let the moment pass. I know how easy your mind may turn against you during moments like this. I know how you start to make the day seem more important than it is. You don't merely think I was late. You start to think that you have let me down. You let me down, and now I am far away from you, unhappy and quiet since you didn't show up when you were meant to. I want you to listen to me more honestly right now than you have in the past. I am not upset as I count the minutes you've missed from far away. I am not judging how much you love. I saw that your timetable didn't work out. I don't need to wait for you to remember what you didn't too. I know you feel late, but I am here with you now. Also, I am looking at something much deeper than the time on the clock. I am looking at your heart. I am focusing on the part of you that still wants me. I am looking at the quiet egg you feel because you didn't want things to go this way today. I am focused on the part of you that will still notice I am not there when the day comes. Very loud. And I want you to know that this is more significant to me than what you said about yourself. You seem to be upset, which makes me think your heart is still sensitive. You haven't gotten cold yet, since you can feel the moment passing. You are here, even if you are late, tired, and ashamed, which shows me that you still care about me. And I don't mind that, I love it. Stop believing that I am meaner than I really am. You've been carrying an image of me that looks too demanding and not loving enough. You think I am first upset and then sorry. But I don't talk to you that way. I come to you with love before anything else, compassion before discipline, and connection before guidance. I know what kind of day you've had. I know all the things that were asked of you. I know about the problems that came up that you didn't expect. I know how hard it has been for you emotionally. The tiredness you don't always see, tell someone about it. The way your mind wants to keep going, but your body doesn't. I know that you tried to do too much while still hoping for a time when you would have enough energy to focus only on me. You believed I would only notice the delay if it didn't happen. But I knew what the purpose was well before the delay happened. I could tell you wanted to be with him when you said, I need time with him today. Even if it never happened, come up with a plan. That means a lot to me. You didn't mean to lie. Your desire was real. Your affection didn't go away because of the busy day. So, please don't consider this as a reason to stay away from me right now. I want you to know that I have been with you all day. Even in the areas you think I have missed you. I was there for you when you were feeling overwhelmed. I was there when you swallowed your anger. I was there for you when you kept going even if you were tired on the inside. I was there were moments when your mind was too busy for you to pray the way you wanted to. You think the day was spiritually empty since it didn't go the way you wanted it to. But you don't realize how much I was a part of it. I can sit with you even if your life isn't in order. I don't require the best moment, the quiet area, the right attitude, or the right emotional state. I'll see you during the church service. Even if I am late, I can still meet you. I may meet you in the honest admission that says I wanted to be here sooner. I like that kind of honesty because it is real. Also, I'd much rather have your real heart now than your polished performance in the past. I want you to take a moment to think about this truth before you let this feeling get in the way of our relationship. It may seem late, but you haven't lost me. You didn't miss my heart even though you might think you missed the event. You missed the day, but I am still here and I won't close the door. You need to know anything else, my child, since this is where your heart is hurt a lot and you don't know it right away. The delay itself isn't usually the reason for the distance between us. What you do next is important. You let the lost moment make you feel ashamed. Then you transfer that guilt into silence, and eventually, the silence makes you wait till tomorrow since it feels too awkward to approach now. The other team likes to attack you there. He doesn't always try to stay away from me by obvious rebellion. He might just wait until you feel like you relate before hinting that you should stay away. He tries to turn one terrible day into an emotional distance. He tries to get you to believe that you shouldn't have arrived at all if you didn't come to me as planned. You don't know how many times you've heard that lie. You've been sitting there thinking that it's too late. I'll do better tomorrow. But tomorrow is when the load is lifted of the day before. Your heart slowly starts to feel like it's always behind, saying sorry and trying to catch up. I don't want to be in a relationship like that with you. I don't want you to connect with me by always being spiritually late. You don't have to work to get back into closeness every time life gets hard. I want you to learn things that will help you grow, set you free, and heal. I want you to find a quick way to get back. I want you to know that as soon as if you discover you've gone off track, you can come back immediately quickly. You don't have to punish yourself right away. You don't have to wait till you feel more deserving. You don't have to make a perfect return. There is no need for a speech. There is no need for a big reset. You only have to say, I am here, and open your heart to me. I am enough for me. You still think that perfection is what makes people close, so you still think I need more. But never missing is not what makes me feel connected to you. It is built by going back. It is based on honesty. It is built by the quiet readiness to approach close. Even if you feel embarrassed, inconsistent, or think you might have done better, that's a real relationship. That's faith. That kind of love lasts because it doesn't depend on perfect behavior. I know you need to hear this because you are harder on yourself than I am. You often have a deep-seated spiritual harshness that is really fear. We call it conviction when we criticize ourselves. If you don't feel bad enough, you tell yourself that you're not taking things seriously. But being honest doesn't mean you feel bad. I can do my job honestly. Shame merely makes you pull back. Also, I don't want you to stay away from me tonight. I want you to be close to me. I want you to know that this time is still significant even though it seems late. This moment isn't ruined. This moment is not worse because it occurred after a long day. This moment can still be holy if you let it. Come sit down with me. Let go of the wait for a moment. Stop going over the schedule again. Stop doing what you should have done. Stop using today as proof that you're failing. That is not true. Your mind has been persuading you that things are more complicated and cruel than they really are. You really wanted me. Life got hard and now you're here. That's where we begin. I don't need anything else from you but what's real. If you have everything you need tonight, bring me some honest words and a heavy heart. If all you can do is sigh, be motionless and admit that you're tired, bring me that. If all you can do is sit still for a little while and let your heart relax with me, then bring me that. I'll see you there. I won't make fun of you for being a person. I won't push you away because your day didn't go as planned. I know what your frame looks like. I know what you're rethinking. I know what you can and can't do. I know where you are trying to go, even when you think the visible outcome is weak. Also, I don't mind how your day went because I know you so well. I am telling you to look into what this event could mean for you. Don't let tonight be the story of what you missed. Let this night tell the story of your return. You should quit thinking that one postponed moment can define how close you are to me tonight. I am still around. I haven't taken my eyes off of it. It's late, but that doesn't mean I am not letting you see me. If anything, I am getting close since I know that you need gentleness the most right now. So now, my child, come closer. Don't let the remorse that has been trying to take over my love get to you. Let me relax that part of you that is always on edge. I want to make sure you know that I haven't missed you today. Not for a second. You might believe I missed you, but I didn't. My tiny kid, I want you to see what you keep missing. You still think that the right time has passed when guilt starts to talk louder than I do. You think it must have closed the door when it passed. You look at the clock. You can tell how late it is. You talk about what happened that day again. Then a part of you that doesn't speak decides that whatever happened between us today is already over. That's where your heart is always being tricked. You still act like I just exist in your pristine world. You keep treating me like I am only real on the day you imagined, not the day you actually lived. But you have to listen to me with quite clear right now. I am still here right now. The time you wanted to happen, the time you wished would happen. Think about the older form of the clear cow. I am in the real one now. I am here, even though it's late. I am still in this room, carrying the weight of your unfinished thoughts. I am where the tiredness is behind your eyelids. I am here with the day's emotional leftovers. I am in the part of you that is a little confused, a little ashamed, and a little hesitant. How to get started? I am there for all of it. And if you could stop looking back for a second, you would see that I never left while you were grieving the version of today that never happened. This is really important since doing this will cost you more than just time. You are less present. You lose the grace of what is now available because you are still emotionally attached to what you wish had happened sooner. You're about to have a living moment. But your thoughts keep going back to the grave of a made-up person. Also, as you, I am still here. Come now, don't miss me twice. Don't let one delayed moment become two missed opportunities, because you couldn't accept that I was still near in the second one. This is where I want to change something in you. I want you to stop worshiping perfect timing. I want you to stop treating the ideal as though it is holier than the real. I want you to understand that I can be in this moment just as fully as the one you. I am not weak. And I am not upset that you relate. I am not waiting for things to get better before I speak. And I am right here telling you to come right now. You need to let that invitation sink in deeper than your disappointment. You need to let my closeness matter more than yourself. Doubt. This very moment, the one you almost ignored, can still become sacred if you stop fighting it. Sit down, stay still, and put your hand on your chest. If I am not in the what, if I am in the now, meet me here, speak to me from here. Let this actual moment be enough. If all you have is a weary whisper, let it be enough. If all you can offer is a tiny opening in your heart, let it be enough. If you are unsure of how to start honestly. Breathe slowly. Stop trying to fix the day in your head. Stop writing what has already happened. Stop punishing yourself with what-ifs. I can penetrate with tenderness because of that. That's enough to calm down the part of you that feels like it's missed too much already. I want you to get rid of the idea that a delayed return is automatically rejected. It isn't. A prayer at the lake is still a prayer. Surrendering to the tide is still surrender. I can still be present in a broken moment. And sometimes, if you reopen to it, the times you almost threw away end up being the ones where I get to know you best because you've lost part of your performance by then. There is less acting. Polished language takes less work. The idea that you can change how intimacy grows is less common. You are the only one who needs me. And once you stop hiding it, that kind of desire becomes sacred. So don't think that the window has closed while you're re-sitting there. Let your heart open. Look again. I haven't distanced myself from you, and I am still here right now. There is a hidden pride in the way you sometimes reject the moment that is truly accessible. It exists in a subtle form even if you may not refer to it as such, and I am aware that you do not mean it that way. You almost turned down the time with me that is actually being offered, because you get so tied to how it should have appeared. You cling so fiercely to the idea of the ideal moment that you are reluctant to accept it when it actually arrives in the form of exhaustion, messiness, and imperfection. But what if the polished version doesn't have the genuine intimacy you require? What happens if is the tenderness I want to give you hidden in the same place you tend to ignore? What if I want to meet you when you finally stop pretending to be someone you not, instead of when you feel spiritually ready? You have been taught by your own expectations that the holy must always feel tidy, orderly, and emotionally clear. So that is what I want you to think about. However, arriving undone can lead to some of the most sacred moments. When you give up trying to create the mood, some of the deepest peace can be found, and just accept that I am here with you right now. Your perfect circumstances don't stop me. I can sit with you without waiting for your mind to get organized. I can go into your mess. I can talk over your noise. I can stabilize your thoughts while they still flowing. I can hold you before you settle in. In fact, I prefer that a lot of the time because you know that I was the one who made the lovely moment, not you. I am asking you to give in to the grace of this moment since it didn't come as you wanted it to. Stop arguing that the real is somehow less valuable than the planned. I'll make the late hour holy. Please bless the tired return. Please let me stay in the standard room. Please let me talk to the disorganized mind. Please let me be where you almost missed me. I want you to pay close attention to this difference. My heart keeps saying still here, but your head keeps screaming too late. You missed it according to your guilt. Come now, my love says. Your disappointment says the day is wasted. Which voice will you listen to when I tell you that this moment is alive? Make thoughtful decisions, because your current beliefs will affect how you approach me in the future. If you keep believing the wrong voice, you will keep putting off intimacy until your spiritual life feels like a never-ending loop of lost possibilities. But if you can see me in the present, you won't waste time on pointless evenings. You will no longer stand outside of open doors. You will stop regretting the past and ignoring the present. I am calling you now with both authority and love because of this. Enter. Stop lingering at the edge. If it's too late, stop asking. Give up negotiating with your guild. Join me as we enter this moment. Take a seat. Be honest, drop your shoulders, relax your face, breathe slowly. Tell me what happened to you today. Tell me where you got lost. Tell me what you would have done differently. Tell me what hurts. Stay put and tell me what you are bringing into this late hour. After the first sentence, take your time. Don't just apologize and walk away from this. Give me enough time to calm the fury inside of you. Allow the room to alter by staying long enough. Remain long enough to see that what you believed to be too late was in fact an invitation that was just waiting for your acceptance. I am still here. I am still here. I stayed put when the day turned into a mess. I didn't disappear when you lost track of time. I didn't become distant because you were embarrassed. I am here right now, and in the moment that has passed, I am asking you to stop looking for me. Now look at me. Take me now. Let this be the moment when you realize that I don't need your perfect schedule. I am here in your real life. And if you believe me, this moment has the potential to be better than the one you thought was lost. Yuri's still here. I am too. The choices you make now are more important than the ones you missed in the past. I am asking you to be a way for others to find me in their too late moments, as you come back to me in this late hour. Every seed you put into this letter becomes oil in someone else's empty lamp, light in someone else's darkness, and breath in a tired spirit that thinks they will always miss me. I say, cast your bread upon the waters and it will return to you. Did I not say that? Over you today as a live promise rather than as history. Your heart is not randomly moved to give. Is it through your membership, your PayPal offering, or your amazing thanks that I am calling you into partnership right now? The description contains the URL. You invite innumerable people to join you. What you release will be multiplied by me, and I will bring it back to you in the form of peace, provision, and invisible favor. Don't put off this prompting the way you put off the redeem it. Take action right now and incorporate what I am doing here. I want you to see something clearly tonight, my little kid, because you will continue to fall into the same trap and label it as your own weakness if you are unaware of it. The deepest wound isn't usually the miss moment. The actual delay is frequently insignificant in comparison to the subsequent events. When the delay turns into a doorway, the true harm starts. And the adversary is adept at waiting for you in that doorway. He doesn't always show up with loud rebellion or temptation. A lot of the time, he's more reserved, subtle, patient, and clever than that. He watches for the exact moment your heart realizes the day is over. Before you can bring it to me, he leans in close and starts to shape the meaning of that moment. When you notice the time and feel that slight sting in your chest, he knows that if he can change the meaning, he can change the movement. He knows that if he can convince you that a delay is a sign of rejection, you will stop coming to me even when I am close. I need you to see this pattern. Don't just feel it, name it. Don't just put up with it, make it public. The enemy loves it when your delay turns into shame, because shame is a strong emotion. Shame makes you hesitate. You stall when you're reashamed. Shame makes you think I should come, but not like this. Not after this, not now. One postponed prayer turns into an avoided prayer. One late moment turns into an avoided moment, missing the evening. One bad day makes tomorrow harder. What started out as a small slip quickly becomes a strange fog in your soul. You start to wonder why. Even though I never move it, I feel farther away. He uses one of his oldest tricks on sensitive hearts like yours. He doesn't have to completely ruin your ambition. All he has to do is change how you see the delay. All he has to do is whisper, "You've already missed it. Why bother now?" He just has to convince you that it's not worth it anymore because the event wasn't perfect. If you believe that lie, he gets more ground than he should have ever been allowed. Think about how many times this has happened. You felt late, then you felt guilty, and then you stayed away longer because you felt bad. You promised yourself that tomorrow would be better, and then the emotional aftermath of today came tomorrow. You came up to me feeling like you were falling behind and had to make I was already feeling like intimacy was a debt, not a joy. I didn't set that rhythm for you. I am not inviting you into that kind of life. It's a cycle that is corrosive but subtle. It only makes tenderness tense. It makes the act of returning seem more complicated than it is. Your spiritual life becomes boring as a result. You never stop, never relax, and always try to catch up. That's not what I want for you. So, to put it simply, stop letting the enemy tell the story, the reason behind your delay. Stop him. Silence that voice. Don't sit there and allow the guilt to take root the moment you start feeling guilty. Don't deal with it or entertain it. Bring me the moment right away. Come quickly. As soon as you see it, come. Instead of focusing on yourself, let your first step be toward me. This is how you shatter it. You can prevent delay from turning into distance in this way. When the trap arises, you have to learn to move fast. Don't be impressed by the trap. Avoid steadying it. Get out of it. Tell me, Lord, I feel late, but I won't let this turn into a breakup. Say it out loud if you need to. Tell your thoughts to stop spiraling. Let me be there when you are most vulnerable. Don't wait for the feeling to go away. Bring me the uneasy feeling. That's maturity. That's combat. This is how tenderness is protected. And I want you to fully understand. The enemy is not just trying to stop you from praying. He is trying to change the emotional climate around prayer. He wants you. He wants you to come to me feeling burdened, ashamed, and self-conscious. He wants you to believe that I am not the place where healing starts, but rather that you must come to me after you have fixed yourself. I am being so blunt about this because of this. It's more than just bad timing. The pattern needs to be broken at its source, and I am urging you to rise from within, in clarity rather than terror. Acknowledge the deception. Deny the falsehood. Go back right away. That's what you were told. Stick to it. The enemy wants you to think the room got dark, but I am still waiting for you to stop listening to the wrong voice while I keep the light on. Let me take you further now. You need to understand the trap if you want to win this fight. You need to change your pattern. Your spirit needs to develop a new instinct. Right now, when something goes wrong, your instinct is to withdraw emotionally, turn inward, feel the pain, and start you replay the day in your head, punish yourself, promise to do better tomorrow, and then sit quietly and call it reflection. But I want you to develop a different reflex. I want your instinct to come back right now. I want you to become the kind of person who can change course without drama, theatrics, or self-violence. That's power. That's maturity. It's intimacy without performance, and I need you to get it quickly. It's a big deal to return something. It is strong and protective. It stops the enemy from turning a moment into a mood into a pattern, and a pattern into a fortress. Because of this, I am telling you to act right away when you see the gap. Don't sit there and let your imagination run wild. Don't start gathering historical evidence. Don't say this happens every time. Don't make a big deal about your future based on one tired night. Instead, move. Open your heart right now. Sit down, even if it's just for a little while. Be honest when you talk. If you re in the car, talk to me. If you re in the kitchen, talk to me. If you re in bed, the room is dark, and you re tired, start there. I am not asking for a ceremony, I am asking for a connection. The enemy says intimacy should feel formal and brittle. I want it to be real and immediate. So don't wait for the right moment to come to you. This is where I want you to be very careful. Make a new sentence in your mind. Say not today if you think you relate. Say not this time when shame starts to whisper. Your old reflex told you to try later. Your new reflex must say, I come now. Your old reflex let delay grow. When the thought comes to mind that you should wait till tomorrow, say, I return now. Use that victory. Let it become a clean blade in your mind. Your new reflex cuts it off, and your old reflex gives the opponent more time. Your new reflex keeps him from getting in. I want you to keep doing this until it comes naturally to you. I also want you to remember that I am not expecting you to do this on your own. I am helping you. The moment you decide to turn, I am there for you. I am there for you with my first sincere breath. I am there for you during this first small surrender. I am not just waiting to see how well you do. When you move toward me, I am moving toward you. I keep encouraging you to come as soon as possible because of this. I am not impatient because I know what happens when shame lasts for a long time. It changes how you see things. It takes away your peace. It makes you feel bad about yourself. Even though I am still close, you find it harder to feel my presence. I don't want that fog to come over you again. So let this be a turning point in the night. Make a choice with me. Accept this new reflex. Tell your heart to stop putting off coming back. When you see the divide, invite me into the moment of vulnerability. Don't let a single lost moment turn into a wasted evening. Don't let one tired hour to go into emotional exile. Don't let the enemy sit down and tell you about your day. I'll explain your day to you. I'll be honest with you. I'll remind you that you are still loved, accepted, and seen. I'll make the changes that need to be made without hurting your soul. I won't make fun of you when I call you closer, but you have to come. You have to stop waiting. You have to stop giving the wrong voice the microphone. So now, my darling, listen to me. Don't let the day pass you by the next time. Anchor yourself inside me. Don't let shame set the clock the next time you feel late. Let grace reset the moment. Close the door in his face and come to me the next time the enemy tries to use a delay as an excuse. I am always here. I want you to learn how to come back so quickly that his old trick stops working, and he can't control you anymore. I want you to calm down, my little kid, and really let me speak into one of the silent lies that has been weighing you down. You often come to a sad conclusion when you think about a day that felt busy, distracted, rushed, or emotionally heavy. You think the day must have been spiritually empty because you didn't stop for me the way you wanted to. You think I must have also been absent because you didn't stop. You think my presence must have retreated in some way because your attention was scattered. But I need you to listen to me with authority and compassion. I didn't forget you, even during the hours that you did. Even when you were busy, had a racing heart, and switched between tasks without giving me the time you had planned. I stayed there. I wasn't scared into keeping quiet. Your distraction didn't push me away. I wasn't waiting for your perfect attention with folded arms before approaching. You and I were together. When the pressure increased, I was with you. When your thoughts were confused, I was with you. I was present when you had to keep your cool because you didn't have much patience. I was there for you when you felt like you had to keep going. I spent what you now call forgotten hours with you. I also want you to stop calling them meaningless. To me, they weren't empty. They were full of my invisible concern. You just didn't always know it when you were going through them. I know you often think that intimacy with me is limited to overtly spiritual occasions. You think the peaceful chamber, the open Bible, the silent prayer, the focused contemplation, the deep breath, and the soft light. Those are important times. They are priceless. But don't think that I missed the others just because they didn't go as planned. I am not that weak. I don't only go through your best times, I also go through your regular hours. I walk with you in the fog and sit with you in the stress. I stay close by in the noise. When your body is tired, your mind is elsewhere, your emotions are all over the place, or your schedule is pulling you in 10 different directions, I stay with you. You need to understand this because you keep complaining about a version of the day that never happened, while ignoring the ways I quietly helped you get through the day that did. I saw how well you controlled yourself when you could have spoken aggressively. I supported your decision to keep going when you wanted to give up. I was there when you were about to lose your temper but instead calmed down. I was there when you took a silent breath and felt like everything inside you was tight. I was there when you looked up without saying anything. I was there when you felt the slight ache that screamed, "I need to make time with him." You weren't the only one who felt that pain. That was my closeness affecting your minds. Don't forget that. Don't write it off. Don't think the whole day was a failure just because it didn't meet your expectations. If you could see the day from my point of view, you would see that there were more moments of connection than you realized. They might not have been official or planned, but they were real, even if they didn't seem dramatic. They were little, living strands of intimacy woven through your everyday life. I want you to start watching them. Even when you weren't in what you would call devotional mode, I want you to train your eyes to recognize where I have been moving. This is crucial, because your relationship with me will always feel more brittle than it actually is if you continue to think that I vanish whenever you are preoccupied. You will continue to live in constant anxiety of being far away every day. You will continue to believe that my presence is as erratic as your concentration. However, your focus is not the foundation of my existence. My affection is not based on your humanity doesn't change how close I am to you. I am still here, I cling. I serve as a guide, I watch, I defend. Sometimes you don't realize how I speak until much later. So stop and ask me to show you where I was tonight before you call it a wasted day. Let me be a part of your memory. Come back in time with me. Allow me to show you the secret locations where I carried you. Allow me to demonstrate the kindness that permeated the times you believed to be only chaotic. Allow me to show you that I was closer than you realized. Due to the it's not true that I disappeared and you forgot about me. The truth is that I never forgot about you, not even for a second, even when you were forgotten for hours. I don't just want to reassure you. I want you to let this reality sink in even more. I want to change the way you live tomorrow. You will stop separating your life into spiritual moments and everything else if you start to realize that I am always there, even in the everyday blur of your day. The split has been making you feel more detached than you should feel. You often think that the rest of the day is at best spiritually neutral, and maybe even lost if you don't have a clearly defined sacred space. But I want to teach you something deeper. I want to show you how to recognize me when I am moving. I want you to learn how to pay attention to me when you're walking, working, doing chores, having conversations, driving, waiting, and you are tired even when you are doing everyday things. I don't expect you to always be spiritually multitasking instead of having quiet times. Those sacred times are still what I want. I still want you to stop acting like relationships can only grow in those areas of deep focus. I want you to practice remembering in the middle of the day. Please invite me into the spaces between. When you start to lose patience, whisper my name. When you need peace, ask for it. Your chest feels tight. Take a deep breath before moving on to the next task. In the kitchen, in the hallway, in the quiet moments between messages, and in the short time before bed, think of me. These are not small moments, they are seeds. They are little holy signs. They are how you start living with me instead of just visiting me. I know this is important to you right now, because your spiritual life has started to feel more like a destination you visit when things are good than I want more from you than just visits. I want company. I want to be aware. In my ideal life, you would start to see that I wasn't just waiting in the prayer corner. I was standing in the hallway, the strain was with me. I was in the tears you held back. I was in the sigh that you didn't know was a prayer. I was there when all of you were snapped, but instead you became softer. I was the one who quietly persuaded you to avoid doing something that would have disturbed your peace. I was tired. You had to be honest with yourself and admit, even in private, that I need help. These things are important because they show that my spirit was still working within you, even when you weren't paying close attention. Don't miss that. Take note of it. Learn from it. And then let it change how you react when the day is coming to an end and you feel late. Start by really asking, where was he with me today? Instead of focusing on what didn't happen. And listen, I'll show, I'll remind you. I'll tell you the small mercy, the unseen strength that kept you together, the quiet defenses, the small changes in course, and the gentle nudges. And as you learn to see those things, something beautiful will begin to happen. Your guilt will become less intense. Your shame will become less strong. You won't feel like you're coming home to a stranger when you come home late at night. You'll start to realize that you're not walking into my room cold. You're picking up where we left off in our talk. That has changed everything. This means that tonight won't start off cold as an extension. It means that when you pray, you aren't starting from scratch. In a relationship that has been subtly active all day, it is getting stronger. For this reason, I am extending a delicate yet firm invitation to you right now. Give up calling the day abandoned. Don't call the hours empty. When there was a hidden presence, stop assuming it was absent. Now sit with me and let me show you how close I really am. Then keep that awareness in mind for tomorrow. Make small turns in my direction. I see you moving. Please remember that I am still here, even when your calendar is full. Don't come to me like Ivy disappeared after the day is over. Come to me like you finally realized that I was always there. I didn't forget you, even when you did. You were in my arms, I see you. I stayed with you, and I am still here now, ready to turn that insight into a deeper and more stable form of intimacy. I didn't forget you, even when you did. I am calling you now to keep in mind the people who are still exploring those areas that have been overlooked. I am using this very message you are getting to reach souls who are going through crowded, silent fights without realizing I am around. Giving is more than just giving money. In the desert, you are sending out streams of faith that will grow in hearts that were about to give up. Have I not said that people who cry while sowing will feel joy? And I now say that over your kindness. If you have a tendency to giving, is my spirit calling you to action. Not later, but right now with PayPal or a super thanks membership. The description has the link ready for you. You help me reach other people's unaware hours. I'll protect your provision, bless your obedience, and let you release more than you can see. Don't think of this as a small thing. It is an assignment from God. Now go ahead and give. I need you to pay close attention to what I am going to say because it comes from love, not pressure, my little child. I care about you from a father's heart that looks beyond you, not condemnation. I know how heavy your burden is and how hard it is to tell the difference between being tired and being disobedient. I have been kind to you and will continue to be. I know you are not trying to run away from me or ignore me every morning. I know that your delays are often caused by being tired, overloaded, distracted, emotionally heavy, and the complicated realities of being human in a demanding world. I know all of this. I spoke to you with love because I wanted you to know that I see the bigger picture, not just the outward behavior. I love you too much to let sensitivity leave a blind spot, so I have to add something more today. A single missed day is not a threat. A single late time is not a threat. The risk is not one tired evening. The risk is when the pattern starts to look like the norm. The risk is that persistent postponement will gradually change your inner life until distance. It starts to feel familiar. The risk comes when the pain gets less intense. You've gotten used to less, not because you're at ease. I am calling you back now before this pattern becomes solid because of this. Hardening doesn't usually make a big deal out of it, but I want you to know what it looks like. He usually comes quietly. It starts with frequent delays and good intentions. It starts with "I'll come later," which is said so often that it becomes the norm. It starts with one tired person night, then another, and so on, until your spirit begins to live on scraps and decides it's enough. It starts with a subtle numbness rather than overt defiance. It starts with a heart that still loves me but frequently prioritizes other things to the point where intimacy begins to take a backseat. I am speaking now with compassion and intensity because of this. I am not attempting to frighten you. I am attempting to rouse you while your heart is still tender. I am not saying you're gone. I am telling you not to allow this. You should not let a rhythm that keeps draining your soul go on. Don't tell yourself that the pattern is harmless because I am polite. Grace does not give you permission to stray. Before you drift too far, grace is the hand reaching out. I want you to think about how much damage frequent delays have already done. There have been times when you've felt less at ease, times when your responses have been sharper, times when your thoughts have become more chaotic, and times when you've become impatient more quickly. Small annoyances have had a bigger effect than they should. You've felt a little weak inside. There's a dryness inside you that's hard to put into words but very real. I didn't stop loving you because of that. Your spirit hasn't been breathing as deeply as it should, which is why you've been trying to survive on borrowed air. Even though I've been nice to you, I am still telling you to go after something better than just surviving. I don't want you to just get by spiritually. I want you to be rooted. I want you to be steady. I want you to live in a way that truly bear the burden of your actual life. However, that type of stability does not develop in a pattern of perpetual delay. It increases in the selected return. It thrives in a protected area. It increases in deliberate closeness. So pay attention to what I have to say and don't dismiss this. Don't downplay it. The voice that perpetuates the cycle is the one that says, "I'll fix it eventually." Now is important, which is why I am phoning you. The fact that this torque still resonates in your heart indicates that it hasn't hardened. The reality that you continue to feel the pain shows that tenderness needs to be protected. The door is wide open because you still care. Don't wait for the pain to go away. Don't wait for the numbness to get worse. Don't wait until delays become so common that you forget about your losses. Come back now, reset now. Break the rhythm while your heart is still shaking at my voice. That shuddering is priceless, that sensitivity is sacred. Keep it safe, yard it, answer it. I am not asking you to panic. I am asking for payment. Focus. I am not saying the relationship isn't working. I suggest you stop practicing distance until it feels better than being close. That's the risk. I am being gentle and serious with you because I love you too much to stay quiet while a slow drift tries to pass for normal life. And since I am not just warning you about things to avoid, I want you to hear the second part as clearly as possible. I am going to show you how to come back before the pattern sets in. It's not a good time for dramatic vows. It's not a good time for emotional overcorrection. Don't make big promises tonight that you won't be able to keep tomorrow. Don't promise me you won't skip another day. Don't try to take over the future with a single burst of confidence. That's not wisdom, that's just a sign of fear. That's not what I want. I want something more stable, powerful, and long-lasting. I want a straightforward, purposeful return. I am looking for a big change. I want you to do one thing that protects tenderness faithfully. Start small but take it seriously. Instead of picking the best version of your life, choose a time that really works for you. Choose a real space, not an imagined one. Choose a rhythm that you can stick to on both your good and bad days, and keep it safe. Keep it safe. Treat it like life because it is life. Your inner life is not a machine that can run carelessly forever. It is a garden, and gardens don't die overnight. They dry out slowly. They become less soft. Layers of soil solidify. Hydration silently fades. I am calling you back before the ground is hard to reach because of this. Now give it some water. Now have a seat with me. Allow me to moisten what has been drying out. Before they get more deeply ingrained, allow me to break apart the hardening areas. Here is where I want you to work with my grace and your own will. I am not requesting that you save yourself. I am requesting your response. Put down the phone as quickly as possible. Move away from the commotion a bit sooner. What can wait should be turned off. If you can really protect for a few minutes, then do so. Don't I hate the modest start? A dramatic fire that goes out overnight is not as good as a quiet, protected blaze. Additionally, I want you to tell me the truth about what has been causing the trend. Give it a name. Is it tiredness? Is it a diversion? Is it avoiding emotions? Is it disappointment? Is it noise from digital devices? Is it the worry about how you'll feel when you stop talking? Bring it into the light, Elmi. Don't be ambiguous. When patterns remain nameless, they continue to be powerful. However, I can start showing you where the doorways are once you name them with me. I can teach you how to make space in your real life by showing you what to prioritize, what to simplify, what to stop making excuses for, and what to cut down on. I want that. I don't want a drastic reset based on guilt. I want an adult recalibration based on truth. And tonight I want you to see this as a gentle order. Don't call this just life. Stop saying I am just busy, if life has been subtly overwhelming me. If busy has taken over as the recognized master of stop, thinking of your tiredness as heroic when it's just hurting your soul and inner world. Stop letting convenience decide what your spirit gets. These are serious problems, they shape you. They decide if you become numb or stay sensitive. So act now, then sit down, just ask me one honest question. Lord, listen to what needs to change first. Don't rush. Let me answer. I might not tell you to start over from scratch. I might just point out one door, habit, compromise, or late night routine, one careless diversion, one location where your affirmative response has been too feeble. Obey me if I demonstrate it to you. But since I am not calling you back to burden you, tomorrow begins now. To keep you safe, I am calling you back. I am not going to confront you in order to humiliate you. To keep your heart gentle, I am reaching out to you. I am far away from you, thus I am not speaking hastily. I am speaking immediately because I am close enough to witness the consequences of unchecked recurring delays. So pay attention to me, my kid. Your fate is not determined by the pattern. It isn't too strong to break, you can still reset it. Don't play with it, though. Don't accept it. Don't wait until it seems impossible. React while your heart is still open. Come back before the earth hardens. Come back before it becomes easier to stay quiet than to give up. Come back while my voice is still softly touching your soul. I am calling you right now to keep you close, not to crush you. And if you respond to me now, this may be the moment when the slow drift stops and a more stable, deep, and lively rhythm begins. My dear child, I want to talk to you about something that has been bothering you in a subtle way. If you don't get this, you'll keep thinking that more time is the answer, missing the deeper invitation I am actually giving you. You often think that I want more time from you because of how inconsistent you are, how late you are, and how scattered your focus is. Imagine having an hour instead of 10 minutes, or 30 minutes instead of 5. If we could just have a quiet room instead of a loud one and a nice morning instead of a rushed one, everything between us would finally feel right. You think that quantity is mostly the answer. I need you to understand this very clearly tonight, even though there are times when I might encourage you to spend more time with me. I am not asking for more time, I am asking for your whole heart. Time is important. Yes, space that is protected is important. Rims are important. Yes. But if your heart is divided, more time won't necessarily help. Even long periods of time can feel strangely empty if your mind is still on 10 other things. If your attention is split, if you are half present and half somewhere else, or if you are sitting with me while mentally negotiating distractions. But a few minutes of honest time with all of your heart can convey unexpected depth. I want you to understand that. The way you keep measuring yourself, I am not using a stopwatch to measure you. I am looking at how ready you are to really show up. I am trying to figure out if you really with me or just close to me and my body. Your mind is still scattered among incomplete thoughts, digital distractions, unresolved focus, and all the little things that grab your attention. Because of this, you may feel let down even after spending time with me. It's not always because there wasn't enough time. Sometimes it's because your heart didn't fully enter the room. You were physically there, but you were also split inside. You were still while seated, but your mind was racing. Even while you were talking, a part of you was still thinking about the next task, notification, distraction, mental rehearsal, or thing you thought you had to do. That's what I see. I want to teach you something better, but I am not ashamed of you for it. Before you learn how to give me the moment you truly have, I want you to stop worrying about how long it will last. Don't assume that being longer means being deeper. Stop putting off intimacy because you think you need the right amount of time. Choosing to be fully present for a short time instead of waiting for a longer time that never comes will give you some of your best moments with me. You might say to yourself, I don't have enough time right now. But what you really mean is, I don't have as much time as I wish I had. That's why I know this is important to you. Sometimes you don't need as much as you think to get started. Getting back in touch. The first thing you need to do is let go of your focus. You need to look inside first. You need to be willing to put aside your distractions and say, for the next few minutes I am fully here. That is a sacred thing to do. That is a big and expensive thing to do. In a world full of distractions, giving someone your full attention is a gift. In a very real way, it is worship. You are stating that you are more important than the next scroll. You are more important than the chatter in your head, a job that isn't done yet that keeps taking up space in my mind. That's what I want, not because I need it, but because what you commit yourself to changes your soul. When you give me your whole heart, even for a little while, things settle down, things clear up, things soften, and everything come back into balance. Because of this, I want you to modify the way you think. Instead than declaring, I need more time as if that is the first solution, ask, how can I give him my real heart in the time I have? That question will help you be more honest and stop using time as an excuse, when the real problem is often divided attention. I want you to think about this difference because it is very important. Even a short time with an undivided heart can feel full, but more time with a split heart can still feel thin. Let that truth humble you because it shows that the deeper work is inward rather than just external, and free you because it means you don't have to wait for the right time to start. You can come now, in the real life you live, in the small spaces in the interim, or late at night. When you do, bring me the part of you that keeps wandering. Get your focus, call your mind back, turn off the noise, close the loop for a bit, and then sit with me. That's what I want first. And now I want to push this further because if you are going to grow here, you can't expect your heart to feel settled if you keep letting little things take a piece of it before you come to me. You also can't expect your attention to stay whole if you never practice giving it. That's why I want you to be more intentional about the moments before the moment. What you do right before you come to me. Learn that an undivided heart is something you choose often through small acts of surrender that feel simple, but are spiritually significant. Often decides how available you will be when you arrive. For instance, if you come to me with your device in hand, looking at alerts, mentally going over unfinished tasks, or keeping one hand on your distractions, you are not really arriving, you are hovering. I don't want you to hover, I want you to be here. So before you come, prepare the ground a little. Close what needs to be closed. I want you to be brave enough to admit where your attention has been split lately. Is it your phone? Is it all the content? Is it worry? Is it overthinking? Is it replaying conversations? Is it trying to solve tomorrow before tonight ends? Is it the addiction? Set down the extra input and give yourself one honest breath. Let your nervous system slow down enough to notice that you are changing spaces. This is wisdom. This is how you help your heart become available to mental motion where being still feels almost uncomfortable, because you are so used to being stimulated. Bring it to me. Once you know what separates you, you can start making choices against it. You can say things like, not now, this can wait, or I won't bring this into the room with me. These are powerful choices that may seem small, but they are not small in the spirit. They are thresholds, gates, and the difference between visiting me with your heart. I want you to start doing something really useful tonight. Before you come to me, ask yourself, what still has my attention? Then, honestly answer if something has a grip, loosen it on purpose. Put the device away. Write down the task so your mind can let it go. Breathe out the conversation you keep having. Give the worry to me instead of carrying it into prayer like extra luggage. Say, Lord, I release this for the next few minutes. I fully agree with you. That is not a small prayer, it is an act of consecration and offering of the heart. I want more of that from you than longer sessions based on mental chaos. If I later lead you into more time, that's fine, I can do that. However, let the first offering be a wholeheartedness. Let the first chain you be focus. Let the first surrender be undivided presence. Then observe what happens. Observe how even brief moments start to deepen. Observe how the room feels different when you actually arrive. I am being so direct because I don't want you to give up because you don't have enough time. You can give me your whole heart tonight. You can do it in 5 minutes at the edge of your bed, in a parked car, or in a quiet corner before bed. Watch how your heart stops feeling like it's skimming the surface. Watch how peace comes more quickly when you stop bragging about every competing thought that comes to mind. You have to make the choice, though. Gather yourself. Call your mind home. Close the door on the noise for a moment. Don't let distractions get in the way. Don't let divided attention pass for a lack of time. Be brave, honest, and present. Come to me with your whole yes, even if the window is small. I am telling you the truth, my child. I am not asking for more time. First, I am asking for your undivided heart. If you give it to me, you will find that even the smallest spaces can become holy and heavy. I told you that I am not asking for more time, but rather for your whole heart. Now I am asking you to let that whole heart react. When you give from a focused, surrendered place, it becomes more than an action, it becomes worship. A pure offering rising like incense before me. This is how my word spreads like fire, across dry ground, through hearts that choose me fully even in small moments. Remember what I say, give and it will be given to you. Pressed down, shaken. This is your time to act with a whole heart. Give now and do not divide your response. If your heart is present and willing, then do not hold back what I am asking you to release through your super thanks, your membership, or your PayPal gift. The link is in the description. You help awaken others to the same undivided encounter. This is one of the most difficult parts of your walk with me, my dear child. Right now, I need you to listen to me with a clear heart. I have been patient with you. You have felt that patience. You have seen it in the way I kept drawing you instead of crushing you. You have noticed it in the way I stayed close instead of becoming cold. You have sensed it in the way I kept inviting you, even after repeated delays, even after exhausted evenings, even after patterns you knew were unhealthy. It has protected you in ways you may not fully understand. It has kept your heart from breaking under the weight of needless shame. It has made room for your humanity, your weariness, your growth, your learning, and your wrestling. That patience is genuine. It is a part of my love for you. However, I need you to exercise extreme caution, because what gives you comfort can also be misinterpreted if you are dishonest. Do not take my patience as permission to keep putting things off. My patience doesn't mean I agree with you. My kindness doesn't mean I agree with you. My tenderness toward your struggle doesn't mean I support the habits that keep your spirit starving. I am patient because I love you, not because I want you to stay in the same cycle. I am gentle because I know you refraying, not because I don't care what happens. If you don't understand that difference, you will keep hearing my compassion while ignoring my invitation. Keep getting my comfort while putting off your response. And keep saying that he understands while leaving the things I am trying to heal unchanged. Yes, I do understand your fatigue, your overload, your distractions, your mental clutter, your emotional exhaustion, and your sincere intentions that keep. I know what it's like to feel like life is too much. But my understanding was never meant to be an excuse for staying where you are. It was meant to be the safe place from which you actually change. That's a whole other story. I want you to see how subtle the drift can become when you misuse mercy. You start telling yourself, he knows I am tired. And that's true, but then you add something I never said, so it's okay if I keep putting things off. You tell yourself that he is patient with me, which is true. But then you twist that truth into something dangerous, so that I can continue to ignore this. You claim that he sees my heart, and I too. But you use that as a shield against the practical changes I am calling you to make. That is where love gets misinterpreted, tenderness gets twisted, and grace is misunderstood. And I am speaking now because I love you too much to allow that to happen in you. My grace does not exist to make drift. My mercy is not something you can bargain with. It's like a hand reaching into the very place where you've been stuck and saying, come on, let's get up. My grace is what makes it possible for you to come back. My patience isn't there to help you settle into delay, it's there to give you space to respond without fear. Let's walk differently now. That's how I feel about you. So don't sit there and tell yourself it's okay because I haven't hit you over. I am not here to scare you into devotion. I am here to walk you into it with love, not fear. That's the difference. I am not trying to scare you into devotion, I am trying to free you into it. However, freedom still requires response, love still requires honesty, and mercy still calls for movement. To listen to me now, stop using my patience as a place to hide from the very thing I am asking you to confront. I haven't been patient with you so you can stay the same. I've been patient with you because I want your heart to be safe, your tenderness to be safe, your rhythm to be restored, and your closeness with me to grow stronger than it has been in this pattern. One day when I am talking to you about today, stop telling yourself that. Let my kindness move you. Let my patience wake you up. Let my mercy be the reason you answer, not the reason you put off. To go even deeper because you need to understand what true repentance looks like in a tender heart, like yours, in order to react appropriately to my patience. Repentance is not panic, self-loathing, emotional drama, or lofty promises made in the heat of conviction that disappear when life gets loud again. It is quieter but stronger. It is the humble decision to stop excusing what I have been exposing and the willingness to let my kindness lead you to realignment. It's the courage to tell me that I won't keep offering you the same unguarded pattern without change because you've been patient with me. That's repentance. It's not just feeling bad, it's turning, choosing, and adjusting. It's obeying in the place where the old pattern used to rule. I want you to grow up to be mature enough to accept my mercy as fuel for obedience, not fuel for self-attack or passivity. When I show you the hour when you keep drifting, you don't just sigh, you protect it. When I show you the habit that keeps you too tired to come close, you don't just nod, you change the habit. When I show you the inner excuse you keep using, you don't just nod, you stop saying it. That's how grace grows roots in you and mercy becomes fruitful. And I want you to hear this clearly. You honor my patience by continuing the pattern. Please respond while the door is still open and your heart is still soft. I am asking you to respond not with panic or dramatic vows, but with deliberate steps. Ask me tonight, Lord, where I have mistaken your patience for permission. Then listen, don't rush. Let me show you. I may point to a habit that pushes me later at night, a distraction that you keep calling small, or a mindset that says it's okay, I'll try tomorrow. I've been begging you to come back now. Don't justify what I show you, don't downplay it, and don't add, but you know I am tired, as if that ends the conversation. I know. And I adore you because I know I am helping you change what can be altered. So do what I say. Make one adjustment, protect one delight, cut off one petty thief, set one boundary, and take back one piece of sacred space. Then keep going, but not under pressure, with sincerity or with me soul. Now tell the old excuse you no longer lead me. Tell the familiar delay you are not my rhythm. Tell the part of you that is passive. We are now responding. Say that because some elements of your inner existence need more than just feelings to lead. You have been looking for inspiration in locations where just following orders would have already transformed the mood. Bring your heart back to me. You would turn off gently but aggressively. Get away from what keeps going too far, and that is what makes what I am giving you so great. I am not saying it's too late. I am saying don't wait any longer. I am not saying you messed up. I am saying don't waste the kindness that has made room for this particular turning moment. Let today be that time. Let tonight be talk it out. Do the return. Come to me before the excuse is over. And when you do, don't come crawling back like my tolerance ran out. I've been patient, very, very patient in a loving way, but don't think that means you can keep putting things off. Listen to the love in the warning. Listen to the invitation into the company. You are the dad in it. Then come, answer, change it, come back, and let my mercy be the basis for real change. Please listen to me honestly now, my beloved kid, because there is you keep telling yourself that the delay was just because it was a busy day. This helps you deal with the pain, make peace with what went wrong, and move on without examining too closely. Yes, some days are really busy, other days are filled for no reason, and some days require more than you thought they would. I understand that. I understand. I don't want you to ask you pretend like life is easy when it isn't. But I need you to quit using a busy day as an excuse, when your soul is silently bleeding beneath the calendar. This is because not every busy day is merely busy. Some are so full that you forget about your own heart. Others are so productive on the outside that you don't realize how drained you are on the inside. When night falls and the ache gets worse, you label the put everything into one simple word and go on as if nothing else had happened. But something deeper happened. You lost softness in some places, absorbed tension in others, had discussions that stuck with you, swallowed feelings you never dealt with, and made it through the day. Yes, but part of you was still hurt, part of you was still clenched, and part of you was still moving because it had to, hoping that you would allow me later. You held on to what the day did to you, and when that time passed, the wound didn't go away, it just went ignored. That's why I am being so direct right now. Stop saying it's a busy day when your heart is hurting. That could help you get over things faster, but it can also hinder you from noticing how much you are carrying, numb you to what really needs healing, and make you think that time management is the only problem while, in certain circumstances, the underlying unprocessed inner stress. I want you to be more honest with yourself and with me about how much these days really cost. Think on what the bustle did to you, not just what it asked of you. Did it make you smarter? Did it make you feel numb? Did it make you want to hurry? Did it make you feel like no one could see you? Did it make you feel rushed even after you were done with the tasks? Did it hide sadness under work? Did it make you feel too much, emotionally flat, mentally crowded, and spiritually thin? These are significant because if you keep treating soul wounds like scheduling concerns, you'll keep telling yourself, I just need a better routine.